Alright, welcome back po mga boss dito sa aking channel. Kamusta po kayong lahat? And as always, sana po sa biyaya ng ating mahal na Panginoon ay tayo pong lahat ay nasa mabuting kalagayan. Anyway, hindi na po lingid sa atin na napakaraming mga tao na gustong gusto talaga mag-business. Or sa lasin, napakarami na rin pong mga tao na sinubukang mag-business pero nalulugi lamang. So, kung ano-ano man pong mga kadahilanan, yung iba hindi po natin alam. So, ayon po sa pag-aaral ng Bloomberg, 8 out of 10 entrepreneurs who start businesses fail within the first 18 months. So, that's 1 year and 6 months. So, meaning kapatid, 80% raw po ng 80% raw po ang nalulugi or nag-fail sa kanilang mga businesses. So actually napakarami pong factors o reasons kung bakit bumabagsak ang isang negosyo. Well kapatid, sa video pong ito ay atin pong malalaman or matutunghayan ang 10 top reasons kung bakit nag-fail ang isang negosyo. But before that, kung bago ka po kapatid sa aking channel, sana huwag mong kalimutang mag-like, mag-comment, mag-subscribe, and of course, i-click ang notification button nang sa ganun ay maging updated ka po kapatid sa ating mga susunod pa pong mga videos. So I hope and pray na may matutunan ka po kapatid sa topic na ito. So tara, panoorin na natin.
1. Fear of creating a compelling sales funnel. One of the primary focus of every business owner ought to be building an effective sales funnel. A sales funnel is generally described as the processes a customer goes through on the way to purchase. Especially if your brand is new to the market, making sales in straight cold traffic is almost impossible. People want to be sure, if possible, know your motivation before they patronize you. So, what a sales funnel does is to bridge the gap between you and potential customers by helping you create a relationship with the customer. According to entrepreneur.com contributor R.L. Adam, the sales funnel is like a soft sell veiled in real value-added prose. Through a sales funnel, your customers can relate to your business journey while getting informed about your product and services. No matter how excellent your product or service is, if your sales funnel is not captivating and exciting, you are more likely to lose your potential customers. In no time, your business will come crashing. 2. Lack of long-standing value. The world's most successful business owners can provide value for an extended time. Most business owners are so excited to make their first sales that they ignore certain important factors, value inclusive. For instance, in a quest to outdo your competitors, you may decide to reduce the cost of your goals. That can be a good strategy. After a while, you discover that you have been running at a loss and then decide that rather than increase the amount of the product, you reduce its value. Actions such as this can have a drastic effect on your business growth. It does not matter if it costs thousands of dollars or a few $100s. Customers like to enjoy the full worth of every purchase. So, when a company begins to under-deliver, it fails to succeed. 3. Zero financial accountability. For a business to flourish, there's a need for the owner to track where the money that comes in goes. As a business owner, you have to keep daily records of your sales and be accountable for any financial decision you make. While some businesses fail because the owners are too quick to spend most of the profits extravagantly, many fail because they do not keep proper accounts. Even though you plan to get new business equipment or undergo maintenance, be sure first to know the business's financial state. When the expenses made to sustain an establishment goes out of control, or the owner uses the company money for personal expenses, business failure is inevitable. 4. Lack of adaptability. Do you still depend on the tools and methods of many decades ago to handle your business? If there is a change in the desire of consumers or the situation of your industry, will your company still stand? Over the years, virtually every industry has been experiencing a massive, speedy, as well as devastating change. Any company that is unable to catch up with this evolution is bound to fall. A practical example is the event that occurred during the outburst of the novel COVID-19 pandemic. Since the outburst of the novel COVID-19 pandemic, following the lockdown, many businesses have crumbled due to the inability to adapt to the times. However, many companies were able to manage the change and are experiencing fast growth. Even amid the pandemic, an ancient Chinese proverb says, "A wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water shapes itself to the vessel that it contains." 5. Lack of transparency. Many business owners do not give much thought to the issue of transparency. They are quick to copy the patterns of other companies in their industry without putting their customers' needs into consideration. When your customer doubts your authenticity and genuine care for them, they start to lose their trust in you and your products or services. Further, more than just business and customers, many business owners overlook the need for transparency between themselves and their workers. As a matter of fact, according to Elderman Trust Barometer, 82% of employees don't trust their bosses. When employees do not trust their bosses, a sense of insecurity is created within the working environment, which may deter the establishment's growth. The bitter truth is that businesses that lack transparency are bound to fail, if not immediately, later. But in the words of Kristen Gillibrand, American lawyer and politician, when you open the door towards openness and transparency, a lot of people will follow you through. 6. Not targeting the right market. No matter how good your product or service is, it is not for everybody. Many business owners are often scared of narrowing down their service. They make it vague and broad with the thought that they will get more customers. On the contrary, not having a specific target can cause your business to fall, because you will be able to organize your time, energy, and resources accurately. On the other side of the company, with an overboard market audience of those whose target is too narrow, going too thin with your target market amounts to shallow prospects and an overwhelmingly high cost of lead acquisition. Another grievous mistake that business owners do is focusing on the wrong locality. How possible is it for a spa to flourish in a rural environment, or for a gym to grow in an environment occupied by mostly aged people? 7. Lack of concrete business strategies. A research carried out by Small Business Administration showed that only half of the new businesses survive for the first 5 years, and only 1/3 of new businesses can survive for 10 years, and that about 65% of new businesses do not make it to 10 years. One of the primary reasons for these failures, as observed by researchers, is that the business owners often build their company with business models and strategies that are not sound. Many founders believe that having a business idea means being able to map out a plan and implementation strategies, so they take up those responsibilities by themselves instead of hiring the services of professionals. According to Mike Hamo, the VP of Marketing at StrideApp, the business idea may be good, but failure may come in the implementation of the idea if there are no strategic guidelines in place. Your success in business is highly dependent on your willingness to invest time, money, and resources in building a formidable business model with best practices. 8. Lack of effective leadership. American businessman Sam Walton once said that outstanding leaders go out of their way to boost the self-esteem of their personnel. If people believe in themselves, it's amazing what they can accomplish. Dysfunctional leadership in your business has the tendency of bringing it down, no matter the height that it has gotten to before. Leaders are not just born, they are made through experiences. While a leader seeks to stir up the desire of employees to put in their best to task, bosses force their subordinates to get work done. Why do you think that certain great men, even after they have passed on, their businesses are still fully functional? These men were more than bosses. They were great leaders who were able to groom and mentor other people who would take the baton of leadership from them even after their transition. If you want to stay long in business, you must transform your mindset from that of a control freak boss to a discerning leader. 9. Hasty over-expansion. Many a time, business owners confuse success with how fast they can expand their business. Instead of determining your success by the number of branches your business has established, let your new establishment be based on success. Lots of firms have fallen into bankruptcy because of their quest to expand faster than they should. When it comes to business expansion, especially creating a branch in a new locality, there are certain factors that every founder ought to consider. Ask questions such as, is there anyone I have trained well enough to be able to handle the business when I am away? Since of course you cannot be in two places, is there huge competition in the locality I'm looking towards, or am I the first to offer such products or services? Except you want your business to crumble totally, you should only opt for an expansion when necessary. 10. Giving up too early. Some people venture into business with the mindset that after investing a considerable amount of money as capital and using the best strategy, they will begin to make profits of thousands and millions in a short period. Starting up a business is like planting a seed. No matter how well you nurture it, you still have to wait. But then, some business individuals tend to cut down their growing seed because they were not patient enough to let it germinate and yield fruits. This outburst happens when a founder's reason for the startup is based on profit alone, rather than given of value. If you must grow your business, then you must increase your patience level, else you'll end up giving up on your idea. People may assume that businesses go out of market because they lack cash. Well, something caused them to lose money, right? The little cracks in the foundation, not exactly excess spending, causes a mighty establishment to collapse.
Maraming salamat sa panonood. Kung nagustuhan mo itong video, maaari mo rin itong i-share sa iyong mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, mga kamag-anak, or sa iyong mga mahal sa buhay. Oo nga pala, nagkakandak din ako ng libreng financial literacy seminar sa ating mga kababayan, saan mang panig ng mundo. Kung kayo pa interesado, maaari pong mag-iwan na lamang kayo ng message sa baba nang sa ganun ay ma-schedule po natin. Tayo po ay hindi lang po isang financial educator, tayo din po ay isang associate financial planner under po ng International Marketing Group. At tinuturuan natin ng ating mga kababayan kung paano ang tamang pag-iipon, bakit mahalagang meron tayong investment, pagkakaroon ng emergency fund, how to build a solid financial foundation, at bakit mahalagang meron tayong healthcare and life insurance. And of course, kailangan din nating ituro sa ating mga kababayan ang pagkakaroon ng retirement fund. Kasi po mga kapatid, hindi po tayo habang buhay bata. Hindi po tayo habang buhay nagtatrabaho. The moment we stop working, we also stop earning. Kaya dapat paghandaan po natin ang ating kinabukasan. So yun lamang po. Salamat. God bless.